Now let us see different cycle, that is carbon dioxide cycle. Okay, so carbon cycle basically the name of this, but here we are going to discuss about carbon dioxide gas. So how does it going to work? Because you know carbon is attached with the two molecules of oxygen and it is making this gas. So basically the most important component of it is the carbon here, and you know every living creature here that is present is containing carbon in it. Okay, without carbon the life on this planet is not sustainable. Like I can say that as much as the water is very important, we all are made up of carbon here. Okay, everything, every little thing, microorganisms are also use carbon gas here. Okay, so how does it look like? See here, we are having a little amount of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, that is less than 1%, we can say. Okay, so less than 1% carbon dioxide is present into the atmosphere, and that is used up by different components that are present. It could be used up and mixing up in the soil. It is getting mixed up in the ocean also. So carbon in the ocean is making calcium carbonates. I have told you one example of shells. Okay, some animals that are aquatic animals that are living inside the water are using carbon dioxide to make their protective shells, that is made up of calcium carbonate, and that shell is, we can say, is something like is growing inside the water only. Okay, and even marble is made up of this formula, calcium carbonate. Your teeth is made up of this formula, calcium carbonate. And eggshells are also made up of this formula, calcium carbonate. So we can say that by mixing it up in the water form, like water के अंदर ये easily बन जाता है, and like जो shells होते हैं, snails होते हैं, and coral reefs हैं, इन सब में carbon dioxide use होता है in the form of this carbonate form, we can say calcium carbonate. Okay, so here this is one example. Now another thing is that the plants are using carbon dioxide, so it can be used up by the plants also. Now here, as you can see in the diagram, plants are taking up in the process of photosynthesis and releasing up the oxygen, and that oxygen is used by the other creatures, other animals. But here, because plants are here, so we are eating plants too. So some part of carbon is still present in the plants that could be eaten up by us. Now when we are eating, we and animals, and when we die, so what will happen to our body? It will going to be dig up, okay, buried up, or we can say that it will convert itself into fossils. Now these fossils will be used by the millions of years. Like right now we are using petrols and coals as the fossil fuels. So earlier these were the parts of plants and animals only. Okay, directly it could be plants and directly from the animals also. So ultimately what we are having? We are having fossils at the end, and that fossils converting into the fossil fuels itself. Now these fuels are going to be burned up, and burned fuels now again releasing carbon dioxide gas. So this is how this cycle works. And so here some of the things that is not going to convert itself into fuel. So these again are the carbon composition. So they are known as the carbon as the sediments. Okay, so this is how in the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Carbon in the lithosphere is means the land area. Lithosphere is the crust area, that is the first layer of the earth. So here, this is how carbon dioxide is getting from one position to the another position, though it is very small in amount, but it is making a major part of our cycle. And ultimately the fuel is very important for us, and it is all made up of carbon, because carbon is the thing that is present in each and every living creature on this planet. And these living creatures ultimately get buried up and get convert itself into fossil fuels. Now these fossil fuels again get burned, and burning of them releasing carbon dioxide. So again in the environment the same amount of carbon dioxide is going to present.